Hi, I'm Kira. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here today with my dog Fred. Hey Fred, who was hard at work chewing on a bone, but is now joining us for this recovery day yoga. So this class is basically everything that my body wants after a day or two of weight training. So it's going to be slow moving, lots of stretch. Don't really need any props today, except, blocks could be a good idea if you have them. All right, let's get to it. We'll begin in child's pose. You can bring your knees as wide as the mat if you're craving a little more of hip opening from this action. If your knees are sensitive or you want to catch the stretch more in your lower back, bring the knees together. Bring the forehead down. If it doesn't touch the ground, you can always rest it on a block or just stack your hands like a pillow. And just begin to turn on your deep breathing. In yoga, we encourage breathing in and out through the nose because this has a calming effect on the nervous system. So when we're stretching and asking muscles to unwind, we want to encourage a parasympathetic response or a relaxation response in the body. And the breath is the quickest way to invite that. Take one more breath in. And let it go. Make your way to hands and knees. Wrist stretches. Spin your inner wrists to face forward. So I'll spin to face you so you can see what this looks like. So inner wrists are facing forward. So we're getting into that carpal tunnel zone of the wrists. And, if this is a lot, you can do it one hand at a time. You might want to rock a little bit forward and back. Whoo, if you've been doing a lot of weightlifting, you will definitely feel this. Such good therapy for the wrists. Okay, let's flip the fingers forward and now just bring the top of one hand down. I like to do this one at a time. You could do two at the same time if you want. And a little bit of pressure goes a long way. Shake it out, change sides. Stretching the top of the wrist. Shake it out, release. Cat and cow. As you inhale, belly drops, spine arches for cow. Exhale, spine rounds, cat. Keep this going. Moving through extension or a back bend and flexion or rounding of the spine. Find a neutral spine, and we'll now explore twisting in the spine. So bring your right hand behind your head, tap your right elbow towards your inner left arm, and then lift the elbow to the sky so you're twisting open. Inhale there. Exhale, again, tap elbow to inner left arm. Inhale, open. Exhale, close and twist. Two more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close and twist. Inhale, open. Close and twist. Good. Release, reset. Left hand behind the head. Tap the left elbow to the inner right arm. And then twist, open. Close and open. Good. Keep this going. It's an inhale when you open and exhale when you close. Two more. And release. Okay. Lizard lunge rocks. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand and lean the hips forward. You might use blocks if the hips are quite tight. So we'll hang out in the front of the lunge position, and then we'll shift back and straighten the front leg any amount, back and forth, getting into the hips, getting into the hamstrings on that rock back. So take this at your own pace. breathing as you go. And let the repetition be a mini meditation for you. Can you sense some shift in your range as you repeat this? As the body gets used to what we're asking it to do. Let's pause at the lizard lunge part of this, and now we'll just hang out. So you can just be on the hands, you can bring the forearms down to the blocks. Just marinating in this deep hip opener lizard lunge. You can be still here, or perhaps your body is cueing you to sway a little bit, just finding an intuitive variation of this in your body, giving the body what it needs. Let's take one more cycle of breath here. And then ease your way out of that back to all fours. Whew. And if you feel a little lopsided, fear not, we're about to even you out. So left foot to the outside of the left hand, lizard lunge rocks. Back and forth. When you rock back, you can flex your foot for a little extra hamstring stretch at your end range. Let's meet in the lizard lunge, and now we'll stay. Maybe coming down to forearms on blocks or forearms to the mat. Maybe closing your eyes if that feels comfortable. Just allowing your focus to drop deeper in, out of the brain and into the body. Take one more cycle of breath. And then come on out of that. Back to tabletop you go. You can clear the blocks, puppy pose. We'll get into the shoulders and the chest now. So keep your hips right over your knees. Bring your hands forward as wide as your mat. Your seat stays lifted as your forehead comes down to the mat. And then feel here that the chest wants to sink down between the arms. If your shoulders are tight, hands wider apart will feel better. And then see if you can lower yourself onto your belly from puppy for a wide cobra. So we'll bring the hands as wide as the mat, tent the fingers like little claw hands. And as you inhale, pull your chest forward and up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Getting into the spine. Nice. Next time you come down, stay. Scorpion twist. So cactus your right arm. This one can be a little bit tricky. So, if you're more of a visual person, you might want to watch before you get into this. So you'll cactus your right arm. Left hand is tented beside you like it was in cobra. Then bend your left knee and roll to your right. Right cheek comes to the mat. So this is a twist on the belly, but also a pec and shoulder stretch. So breathe into that right shoulder, right side chest. Really letting go in the belly. Take one more breath with it. And then come onto your belly once again. Second side. So cactus, the left arm, right hand beside you like a kickstand. Bend the right knee, roll to the left. And you can always bring the tented fingers closer to you for a deeper stretch, right? That gives you some leverage to push the ground away. Stay for about one more cycle. And then come onto your belly for Sphinx. Sliding onto your forearms, elbows a little forward of the shoulders. Roll your shoulders down your back. Let's have feet wide. And think of the hips just sinking as the head stretches up and the heart pulls through the arms. Sphinx is such a good one to restore that lumbar curve, the arch in your low back. That can get flattened if we're sitting a lot. So just breathe into the shape, let your breath and the pose ignite the magic of this Sphinx back bend. Good. All right, so eyes on me for this next one. This is one of my favorite recovery moves. It's a thread the needle variation. So you might want to have a block for this. So you'll bring your right fingertips forward and thread the left arm underneath. So there's a few ways to do this. You could bring your left cheek to the block and just stay and thread the needle. Or a bit more intense is you thread this right arm on top. So the arms are like an X, and then you bring your forehead to the block. And I usually like medium setting for that. So come on into this. This stretches the outer arms, the deltoids, cap of the shoulder. Gets into the traps a little bit too. So if you were doing a lot of upper body, this is a good medicine for you. Let's take one more breath. And then we'll make our way out of there, untangle the arms, second side. So you know your options. Left arm reaches forward, right arm under. We're either doing just a thread the needle, or we're threading the left arm underneath so the arms are crossed like an X, and we're bringing the head to the block. Helps to place the block while you still have hands. Do that before you bind up your arms. Good, and then just allow the weight of the body and gravity and breath to activate this pose. Take about one more breath here. And then make your way out of that shape and back to a downward facing dog. Using down dog today just as a stretch rather than a sustained hold or a strength pose. So you can pedal through the legs, just feel that stretch your calves and your hamstrings. And then pause in your down dog, and on your inhale, shift to a plank pose. Exhale, down dog, lift the hips up and back. 2 more times. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Lift your right leg high now. Bend your knee, open your hip. Just catch a hip stretch, hip opening in that shape. Maybe circle your ankle a couple times. And then look forward and step your foot between your hands. Low lunge. Gently lower back knee to the mat and lift the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Anchoring through the front foot. Inhale. Exhale. Open twist to the right. Arms are like a T. And you can stay here or tilt back. Backhand reaching for the back leg as you lean back. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to the inside of your front foot. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. Crawl to the left for a wide-legged fold. And then you're just gonna bend one knee and then the other. Just kind of shift side to side, get into the inner legs. And then make your way back to face forward. Step back, downward dog. Next inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open the hip. And then look forward to step forward lightly. Low lunge, back knee down, arms up. Inhale. Exhale. landing in your low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, arms are wide like a T. Staying here or tipping it back and reaching up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat inside the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, crawl toward the long edge of the mat, and then just shift side to side. And then pause in the center, wide-legged fold, just dangle here. Find what feels good. You might reach for your ankles, you might tent the fingertips and walk them away from you like a wide down dog. Take one more cycle of breath here. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, climb your way back to face forward. Step back, downward facing dog. And then lower to the knees and take a seat. So our next pose is on the back. It's called banana pose. And if you've never seen it before, it does help to see it first. So I just want you to watch it if you've never seen it. This is a passive side body stretch. So you'll come onto your back and you'll become a human banana. So you'll just extend your legs long and bring your arms overhead. And then you'll walk your feet off the mat to the right. You might hook your left ankle over your right thigh. And then you'll arc your upper body up and over to the right. Right hand might grab left wrist, or if the shoulders are really tight, you might just have the arms in a cactus shape. Okay, so meet me in this shape. Really important here that the whole back body is on the ground, so it's not this. I see people do this a lot. You want to have the back connected to the mat, but you're bending to the side like a banana or a crescent moon. And once you find it, let your outer left hip get heavier. And for most people, this is a somewhat subtle stretch, but still very effective and important as it lengthens the IT band, this long ligament that runs from the ankle up to the outer hip. Also stretching the obliques here and intercostal muscles between the ribs. Take one more breath with it. And then release your pose, come back to center, and we'll just take banana pose over to the other side. So legs move off to the left, right ankle might cross over, or the legs are just side by side. And then lift the upper body up and over, left hand to right wrist, or cactus arms. And just feel the shoulders drop, the outer right hip drop. As if your back body wants to fully sink, make full contact with the ground. And feel the breath moving the side body. A subtle expansion of the space between the ribs on the inhale. And a relaxing on the exhale. Stay here one more breath. And then release your pose, come back to center. Happy baby. Pull the legs in, bent knees, grabbing the outer feet, or if that's feeling a little straining, just grab the backs of your legs. Just find an easeful shape where you feel some stretch in the inner legs and the hips. Speaking of hips, figure 4 is where we're headed. Love this shape. It's just so therapeutic, anytime, anywhere. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Thread your arms between the hole in the legs and interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. And allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears. So targeting that outer right hip and glute here. And change sides. Left ankle over right thigh. And notice where your mind is now, if it's starting to drift away now that you're just holding a shape. And just see if that's the case, if you can just guide it back to the here and now by noticing something you're physically feeling from this stretch. Naming the sensation, just keeping yourself here. Good. Untangle the legs, spinal twist. So pull the right knee into the chest, left leg extends. Gently guide the knee across your body and stretch your right arm out to the side, supine twist. After your next exhale, roll onto your back for a hamstring stretch. So extend your right leg up. And then grab onto the leg wherever you can grab with ease, without having to like strain and lift up. You could just grab onto your pants. If it's accessible to interlace the hands behind the thigh or the calf, great. And just gently pull the leg toward you, breathing as you go. And then release. Spinal twist, left knee in, right leg long. Take the knee across the body. Stretch the left arm out to the left. And after your next exhale, come onto your back, hamstring stretch, left leg lifts. And you might have a different, flexibility range on this leg. That's okay. Just noticing is taking care of your body. Just having awareness of our limitations, of the spaciousness in the body. All of that helps to work with the body with more care. Release, draw the knees into the chest. Rock a little bit side to side. And then make your way back up to sit. Kind of comfortable seat. Bring the hands to prayer and bow your head, a moment of acknowledgement to yourself for taking the time to care for your body on your recovery day. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. Namaste.